What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this long sleeve turtleneck sweater. This is what mine looks like. It's super simple and it really doesn't take that long to make at all. But yeah, this is what mine came out like. The materials we're going to need are a 3.5mm hook, a 5mm hook, and some scissors. And the stitches used are a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. I decided to use Caron Simply Soft. It came out a little bit actually like bigger than I wanted it to be, like, because Caron Simply Soft stretches a lot, but if you use another yarn, it should be fine. You're gonna grab your 3.5mm hook, and we're actually gonna do our sleeves first. So I put a slip knot on my hook, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some half double crochet foundation stitch. If I could get it together, I could show y'all. Don't mind the broken nail. So you chain 2, and then you yarn over and put your hook through the first chain, pull through a loop, and then you yarn over, pull through 1 strand, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 like a regular double crochet. And then that first chain 1 space that you made, you're gonna yarn over and put your hook through that space. It's hard to explain. If you watch it closely, you should be able to understand what I'm saying. If not, there's plenty of foundation, half double crochet foundation, oh my gosh, I'm mumbling, videos out there on YouTube that you can find that go way more in depth and slow it down. So anyway, I do 20 of those. If you don't like doing it this way, you can chain 21 and then half double crochet in the second chain from the hook and then all the way down. But I decided to do it this way, so I did 20. And right now we're doing the sleeve, so this is the cuff part of your sleeve. So finish up that off camera. Got my 20. And then I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and we're going to half double crochet in the back loop only. So we're doing half double crochet ribbing for our cuff, and you're going to continue until it's long enough to wrap around your wrist comfortably. You don't want it to be too big, but of course you don't want it to be too small. Just make sure it wraps around your wrist like pretty snug. So I'm all done here, and now I'm going to connect it together. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm sorry. So we're gonna just do single crochet, of course, to attach both sides together. You know, we're not doing no needles or nothing crazy like that. So I just put my hook through both sides, make sure it's lined up evenly, just like this. And then I'm just gonna single crochet down, putting my hook through the first stitch and then the other stitch on the other side together, and then single crochet. So yes, and I go all the way down and make sure there's 20. Make sure you guys are lining it up and not skipping stitches or anything like that. I do this a lot. Like almost anything I make that has long sleeves, I do the exact same like thing. I do half double crochet ribbing or single crochet ribbing or something like that. So yes, so once you finish that, you're not gonna cut your yarn. This is what it should look like. You're gonna chain 1, and then we're gonna put a single crochet border all the way around. I just like to do single crochet borders when I am working like in this area like of the cuff, like around the side. But yeah, I do a single crochet border all the way around. You guys know there's no perfect way to do it. Just make sure, I put it at the bottom there, make sure that you guys end up with an even number of single crochets around. So after you finish your single crochet, you gonna chain up 3, and then we're gonna do some double crochets, just a regular row of double crochet all the way around. And you know, when you get round to the front, you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space, chain 3, make sure you're turning your work every single round like I am, and you're just going to continue doing double crochet. So yeah, super easy. Now here I said to continue doing regular double crochet for the next 5 rows, but really it's 5 rows in total. So you're going to do 5 rows of regular double crochet in total, and then for the next 5 rows you're going to increase by 1 each row, and then, you know, make sure you're not increasing in the same spot every single row. So once you finish that, you should have 10 rows, 5 regular and 5 with 1 increase in each row. And then after that, you're going to switch your hook to a 5mm hook. So go ahead and switch your hook to a 5mm hook. This just helps with the increasing. And then you're going to continue increasing by 1 for the next 5 rows. So everything's in 5s. This is just how I like to do my increases for my sleeves. Very subtle, so that it fits comfortably. But if you need more, I'm small, so this is all I need. But if you need to continue increasing until it fits around your bicep, that's what I would do. Keep on increasing by 1 each row until it fits around your bicep, and then after that, continue doing regular rows of double crochet until the desired length of your sleeve. So if you guys have any questions or are confused about that, please comment down below. But this is what it should look like. This is my sleeve, a nice even increase, and make sure you do 2. Y'all know you need 2 sleeves, so do 2 of those. And now that's out the way, so now we're on to the body. And for the body of your work, you're going to be using a 5mm hook, and I just gonna do my half double crochet foundation row. Now I did mine for 126 stitches, so I did 126 half double crochet foundation stitches. Now, if you want to do the other way, you could chain up 127 and then, half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. But the length you're making it is like, imagine if you're making a poncho. So it's going to be long enough to fit over the front of you, over your shoulder, and down the back. So that's how long. So if you want this to be oversized, which it doesn't have to be oversized. You can definitely make it more fitted if you want, or you can even make it cropped if you want. But I would recommend for medium size to do 120 probably, because mine actually came out a little bit too big for my liking personally. But you could do like 120. Just make sure it's an even number. Also, make sure everything's even numbers, so we could divide it easily. We don't want no odd numbers. But yeah, but I'm just showing really slowly how I do my foundation row. So it's hard to explain it verbally. I'm not like a professional or anything like that. So I just did it. I just decided not to cut the clip or nothing, and just show how I do my foundation row really slowly, so you guys can see what I'm doing. If I'm talking too much, just turn the volume down, and just look at the video. But yes, so I did 126 of these half double crochets. Okay, and well, actually I didn't do 126 in the video because I already did it off of camera before I started recording. But make sure you guys do the desired length. Don't do like this little bit that I'm doing. I just did like 10 or 20 just to show. But after you finish doing that, you're just going to chain 1 and continue doing regular rows of half double crochet. And I am showing you at the end here that first chain 2 that you do, it does count as your first stitch. If you missed it on the cuff part, it's okay, just fine. But I just wanted to make sure you show that that chain 2 that you do in the beginning counts as your first half double crochet. So yeah, make sure you do 126 or however big number you need. But after doing 10 rows of that, on the 11th row, you're going to stop halfway through your work. So this is why it needs to be an even number. So I stopped at 63. Yeah, 63. 126 divided by 2, 63. So I did, on row number 11, I did 63, which is right in the middle. This is what it looks like lengthwise. Remember, it's going to go over your shoulder like a poncho kind of style. And you're going to continue on with your 5mm hook. Just like this. You can use a stitch marker if you want to. I just counted 63 stitches. But you're going to go ahead and take your 5mm hook and you're going to chain up a chain of 20 stitches. No, 21 stitches. See, that's why I put it in at the bottom there, because I be messing up. But yeah, you're going to chain 21 stitches. Make sure they're kind of loose. Like, don't make it too tight, you know, because we're going to be working into these chains. So I would do it with a light touch. 21 chains. And then we're going to put a half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then all the way down. So keep going all the way down for the rest of your row. So this chain of 20 is the beginning of our turtleneck part. So this is the way that I decided to construct it. So you're just going to continue doing about 13 to 15 rows of regular double crochet. That went by really fast. Depending on how wide you need your turtleneck for. I did mine for 13 rows as a reference, but you know, make sure you go back and pause or do whatever you need to do to read my written instructions. But yeah, so once you do that, you're going to cut your yarn and you're going to reattach it on the other side. So when you worked up halfway on row 11, you're going to go to the other side of that row 11 and then attach your yarn. I'm hoping this is making sense. Attach your yarn with the half double crochet and then do another, for me, my number is 63. So do another 63 half double crochets, and that should meet right up to the other half that you did. And I like to tuck in my end as I go. Whew. So yes, do your half double crochets and see, it should meet right up here where your first half of your turtleneck started. And then you're going to do the same thing, chain up 21 and then do the same number of rows. I did 13 rows. And this is what the turtleneck should look like. And then I put some stitch markers for my turtleneck. So I put the stitch markers in the 20th stitch down from the turtleneck so that I make sure I don't go over. I would use stitch markers for your turtleneck. 20 stitches in the 20th stitch or the 21st stitch, whatever you would like to do. And then I'm going to just continue doing make sure when you're doing your rows for your turtleneck that it's an odd number of rows so that you end at the bottom. So when you have to crochet back up for me it's row number 14, we're coming back up the work and you're not starting at the top of the turtleneck. So when you're coming back up, you're going to stop at your stitch marker and then you're going to grab your other side, your other stitch marker, and you're just going to half double crochet right onto the other side of your work. And that's how I connected it. Super simple. I just jumped right over to the next stitch and continued doing my half double crochet. I'm really hoping that this is making sense and that this is not confusing. I really encourage you guys to comment down below if anything is confusing, but this is what it looks like That's just that one row I did to connect the other side. And you're just going to keep going back and forth for 10 more rows to complete the other side of your sweater, the shoulder part. So now I'm just going to take a minute to show you guys how to connect the turtleneck together. It's really simple. It's the exact same thing as I did with the cuff. You're going to do attach your yarn with a single crochet, and then I connected the sides, both sides of my turtleneck with single crochet. So super simple. And actually, the right now your work is the right side. It's on the right side. It's not inside out. The seam, you want your seam on your turtleneck on the outside because you're gonna flip it down halfway. And when you flip it down halfway, then the seam will be on the inside. So this is the right side, just for reference. So now I have, there's a little bit of math involved now. So you're going to take the number of stitches you ended up with on your sleeve, which is, for me, 36. So I have 36 stitches on my sleeve. So I'm going to divide that number by 2, which is 16. So since your work is folded over in half, at the shoulder part, you're going to mark off 16 stitches on the front and the back, and you're going to mark that off. And then you're going to go to the bottom of your work and you're going to do your seam. And you're going to single crochet your seam together up into your stitch marker. So make sure that you're leaving space for your sleeve and the appropriate amount of stitches for your sleeve at the top of your work. Now, once again, if you guys have any questions about this, please comment down below. I hope I have explained it for you properly. So I have already marked off where I'm going to stop doing my side seam, but here I am trying to get it together. But I'm still using my 5mm hook, and I'm grabbing my yarn, and I'm going to do my seam on the side of my sweater here. And I'm just going to attach with the single crochet like so. And so now your work should be inside out because this seam is going to be on the inside. So make sure however you want your turtleneck to be, make sure that it's on the appropriate side. You guys don't want your seams on the wrong side. I don't want you guys to have to redo everything. But I do my seam up until I need to stop for my sleeve. And I didn't cut my yarn at all. And then I put my sleeve, I should have showed this, but I put my sleeve on the inside, so put it so as if your sleeve will be inside out. I stuck the sleeve inside, see how it's on the inside of the hole, and I lined it up properly. And if you did your math right, you should have the same number of stitches on your sleeve and left and the hole that you have. And then you're just going to continue attaching your sweater to the sleeve with single crochet. Just go all the way around. I just thought it was easier to just put the sleeve into the hole this way. It's just like easier to work with, and it's like easier to film too, honestly. So I just continue all the way around. Everything should line up properly. If you missed like 1 or 2 stitches, it's fine, you know, just make it work. But you don't want it to be all bunched up. You want your sleeve to fit appropriately. So go all the way around like that, attaching your sleeve, and do the same thing on the other side as well. And then this is me pulling my sleeve the right side. Now it's all attached, and I'm pulling it out. See? Yes. So this is right now it's inside out, and I did my other sleeve already. And then you're gonna tuck in all your loose seams, and you're done. That's it. I tried to make this as simple as possible. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. It was super fun to make, and this is what it looks like. It's like a nice sized sweater. It's meant for layering, you know, it's still cold. But yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Make sure you follow me on my social medias listed, and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Bye.